Hey everyone, welcome back to my Dev Web App channel. Today I'll explore the Svelte framework and build a counter app. Let's take a look at the design. As you can see, I have a header counter and initial count, and also I have three buttons. And by pressing plus button, the count will be increased by 1. By pressing minus button, the count will be decreasing by 1. And reset button allows us to set the count to initial zero value. Okay, and for the implementation, I'm going to use Svelte docs and we'll use their tutorial. Okay, let's go to the code and build our application. Okay, I launched my Visual Studio Code and opened folder Svelte apps, and now I'm going to run new terminal and provide command npm create Vite at latest. I'm going to use Vite for creating my project, and let's provide project name, and it would be counter. And now I'm going to select Svelte, and so I'm going to use Svelte kit. Okay, and let's wait, and I want minimal, and yes, use TypeScript, and so I can define like prettier is lint. Okay, and let me add some. And now I can select npm, and my dependencies are installed. Okay, and let's take a look at the docs. And as you can see, we can read about what is Svelte and how to use this tutorial. And I'm going to go next to my first component. And as you can see, we can provide just JavaScript tag inside component, and let's go to our code, and we have our app, and now we can navigate to our folder with cd command, cd counter, and now we can use npm run dev and open our project in browser. Okay, and we have some initial text, and let's see what we have. And we have source files, and we have roots, and as you can see, we have here page and layout. And inside page, we have this welcome to Svelte kit, and I'm going to remove all of this and probably add h2 tag, and let me add counter. Okay, and let's check. I can hide the terminal, and as you can see, we have counter here. And let's try to add some variable to our code. And here I'm going to just add script tag, and now I can add name and provide name Svelte. Okay, and let me check what I have. Okay, I need to add something like const on or let it's just JavaScript, and just now I can provide this variable to my code, to my template, and let's check. You can see I have counter Svelte, but I'll change this name to count because I'm going to build counter app, and here I'll just provide initial value 0. And now I would like to show this count, and let me add some main tag, and inside this I'll add my content. Inside main would be h2 header, and so I'm going to add div with class count, and we'll add styles later, and here I'll provide my count, and let's check. And as you can see, I have counter and also my count, and also we will need 3 buttons, and let's add them. And first button will be decrement, Okay, and I'll add just minus. Okay, and also I'll need button for reset, and we'll provide text. I can remove these spaces, and also I need button for increment. Okay, we have our buttons, and let's check. And as you can see, we have buttons. And now let's add some functionality to add count. Okay, and we need some functions, and we can write them just like in JavaScript. And I'm going to add decrement, and it would be arrow function. And inside decrement, I would just decrease count by 1. And I need to change const to let. And now we can add on click event handler and call our decrement function. Okay, and let's do this for increment and also for reset. And for increment, I'm going to add 1 and also add on click event handler and add my function increment. And for resetting, I'm going to add function reset, so arrow function, and this time I'll just assign 0 to count. And let's add event handler on click and call our reset function. Okay, and let's check our functionality. I'm going to add, and as you can see, count was changed, and I cannot change it one more time. And why? Let's check. And that's because I just set it to 1 and I need to increase. Let's try again. Plus, 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 and now it's working. Let's try to reset and also decrease and decrease and also reset. And our functionality is working. And now let's try to add styles to our Svelte application. And you can check more docs and about dynamic attributes. And I'm interested in styling. And as you can see, I can just add style just like in HTML. And let's try to do this. I'll just create tag style and provide here styles for my main tag. And I'm going to make it display legs and provide justify content by center, and also legs direction would be column, and align items also center. Okay, and let's add styles for our classes. We have count, and let's increase it, and let's add font size to rem, and also we can add some padding like 0.5 rem and 1 rem. Okay, let's save and let's check. And as you can see, we have counter 0, and let's add styles to our buttons. And for that, I'm going to use button and add some padding like 0.7 for top bottom and 1.5 rem for left right. Okay, and let's add some margin like 1 rem, and also font size like 1.5 rem, and also make cursor pointer. And also we can add or change color for decrement button, and for that I'm going to use class name and set background color to red, and also let's add green background color for increment class. and background color will be green. Okay, and let's check. And I can refresh the page, and as you can see, we have colors for our counter, and everything is working. And we can check the docs, and now we can create our component. If we check the code, as you can see, we added our code just to roots, and but if we need one more counter component, we would need to just copy paste this code, and this would be ineffective. And for that, I'm going to inside lib folder create new folder components, and will add my counter component counter, and it will be Svelte. Okay, and I'm going to just copy paste all this code to my component, and inside page I'll add new script and import my counter component, and now I can close this tag. Okay, and now I can just add my counter inside my root, and let's check. And as you can see, we have the same functionality, and everything is working as previously. And but now I can create more counters, and let's try to do this. I created 3 counters, and let's check. As you can see, we have 3 counters, and I can press plus for counter 1, plus for counter 2, and set some counter, and also reset. And also decreasing is working. And as you can see, we created our component and can reuse it inside code. This does not have much sense for these counters, but for other parts, it would be good, just like in React or Angular frameworks. And that's all that I have for today. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my Dev Web App channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.